Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. Took me a little bit longer to set up than I'd like this morning, but we're working on it. So I'd like to thank Jonathan McD for being a 321 member for 10 months. Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Delta 769, turn left at Kilo, cross 1 and pulled up and 8 left, and contact ground point out of runway. Kilo, quarter cross 4 left, 8 left, ground southwest.
This is Aloha to the fence update. Yes, we're having a fence gate this morning still. They're still not done with the fence. They're working on stuff that I thought they would have been finished with yesterday. I don't know what they're doing over there. It looks like they're doing bob wire. I don't know. Hello, Sydney. Josh, thanks for being here. Our good friend Robert Krober has been here for 4 months at the 717 level. Says thank you and aloha. Well, thank you and aloha. I appreciate it.
Line 146, Thomas, can you step runway 8 left to Juliet?
Line 146, sir.
Line 146, take the 8 left to Juliet, line up runway company heavy, landing, crossing runway, cross 1.
Line 146, line going to left 3.
546, Thomas, traffic holding existing, crossing runway, land south, runway 4 right, for land, caution await turbines, heavy Airbus, road 5. Good land 4 right, south, 5.
Good morning, Jen, Andrew, Christine. Good to see you all here. Hello, Ken. Good morning. I saw your email, Ken. I'll respond to it in my normal delayed fashion. I apologize. Oh, you can ask Ron about that normal delayed fashion. Hello, Ron. I'm really bad at social media and email, so I do apologize. So let's get to the elephant in the room. They have the fence all the way over there, as you can see in this shot. It's all the way connected. They're still working on it. Looks like the bob wire portion. I'm hoping the bob wire doesn't go any higher than it is. So let's see where we're at here. Let's go to the important camera, and we'll go over and do a little zoom action. Oh, look at that. Look at that. See, the top of the bob wire is below the runway. Look at that. Top of the bob wire below the runway. Top of the bob wire below the runway, all the way over till about here. That's about there. And then it starts to creep up a little bit. And then it gets a little higher. On this end, it's a little higher. So we, I think we're at least passable for now. We're gonna, I have a temporary solution in place right now, which includes a very tall tripod with a 6-inch extender on the top of the tripod. So I think we're good for now. I tested it last night and I was 80% happy. Last night was super sketchy. I had every tripod extender all like hodgepodge together to see how tall I needed to get. And the answer, in case you're interested, is 27 inches off the deck, off my mounting point. So I did the little math and I found a tripod that would work. Still needed a 6-inch extension on the top of it, but all we need now is out here is a heavy on the runway to see how close I am. Last night I saw the American 777 going off to Dallas at 7 o'clock, and I was very happy with the results. So. Let's see. The next one coming in, sorry, I didn't list all those other ones off because I didn't have my tablet up yet, but the Hawaiian came in from Tokyo. The Southwest we just saw came in from Lehue. The next one coming in is Northern Air Cargo coming in from Kailua Kona. We'll flip over to that in just a second. Did you hear that, everyone? Bill is giving out prizes later. Hello, Mason. Good to see you. John, good morning. Gabriel, hello, Gabriel. Our good friend Josh Aldridge is celebrating, does that say 16 months? Holy cow, 16 months. Says when you sit in the 717 first class, seats do recline. See, that's something I know nothing about. I am not a first class guy. I'm just happy they let me on the plane. Alright, there's a queen right over my head. Let's see if we can get that. Thank you very much, though, Josh. Appreciate it. Alright, so it should be... Where's that cloud? Okay, it should be somewhere in the shot very soon. There it is, right there. So just before we went live, they had a queen come in on 4 right. We'll see if they do that again. He's going straight south west, so that's probably not going to happen. He'll probably come in 8 left. So thanks again, Josh, and I'll take your word for the first class. Cause, oh, that's not UPS. That was Atlas Air. I'm sorry. I saw Queen and thought UPS. That was actually Atlas Air coming in from LA with the extra X. It's a 400 model. I would imagine it's going to whip around and go 8 left. It's way too steep over there to come back for 4 right. If they start bringing in all these heavies on 4 right, I'm going to have to start the show sooner. Of course, now the sun's coming up way earlier, so I lost my mouse. Anybody see a mouse? Let me know if you see a mouse. Oops. Oh, is Walt in the house? Ah, there we go. There's Walt. The guy I stole everything from. Walt. Your first class guy to us, Patrick. Thank you very much. Walt is celebrating 2 months at the 717 level. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I was watching Walt's show last night. He does his evening shows. If you haven't checked out his After Dark shows, they're pretty awesome. Lots of cargo heavies, lots of MD-11s, which gets me in the house. But the best thing for me is because of the time difference, his night shows are perfectly timed with like the last couple hours of my workday. So when I'm wrapping up a workday, I'll tune into Runway DFW. So thank you, Walt, for being a member, and thank you for the inspiration to actually do this, because I don't know if you know this, but actually the first time I ever saw someone live stream, I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw Walt at DFW one day when I went out there to do some regular plane spotting. And I came back to Hawaii and my wife said, "You need to do that." It took me a year or so to listen to her, but I eventually did it. And here we are. So if you're enjoying the show, thank Walt for the inspiration. So this is PC-12 coming in from Lanai. These little PC-12s are used to ferry first-class people like Josh back to the resorts on Lanai. There's a couple of resorts there. Technically, it's one company, one person who owns both, but there's 2 resorts on Lanai. They used to be 4 Seasons. I don't remember what they are now, but they're very expensive. You know, the multi-$1,000 a night room places. There's one up on the mountain, and then there's one down by the water. The only times I've been to Lanai have not been to stay at those resorts. A friend of mine, he's a private pilot, and we'd go over there for the day, because they used to have a thing before Larry Ellison bought the island, where the bus that picks up the passengers for the resorts from the airport, you could pay them $10 and you could ride that bus all day. So it would take you to both resorts and to the center of Lanai City, and you could see both resorts and see the center of town, and then go back to the airport. The only problem is when you wanted to go back to the airport, they only ran to the airport when they had a flight. They didn't go on your schedule back to the airport. So we had to sit in the billiard room of the mountaintop resort and play billiards for an hour or so waiting for the bus. It was a hard life. Hard life. Oh, did it make it around? Oh, it is going to go 8 left. Thanks, Ian. So we'll pick that up here in just a second. It'll be, I can see it in the distance, but it's still a little too far to get a shot of it. It's kind of in the left, almost in the left of this shot, but it's really tiny. So we'll pick that up in just a second. We do have a United heading off to SFO lit up on the ramp over there, so that should be coming out this direction soon. We should be getting one A380 today. It's coming in from Tokyo. It is the orange one today. It's about 47 minutes out. And I think we should be getting one more Queen, but I don't see it yet on the flight radar. I thought we were getting one more Queen.
Heavier on way, left for land, Boeing 737, 5 mile pound, caution away, will copy that, 8439 heavy, 8 left, clear to land, and we're unable left, so we passed that along to course. I got you, that's other traffic on caution away, hold up for you.
There's that Atlas. Ooh, there it is. And so the weird thing about this new setup to get over the fence is now the camera, instead of being right about shoulder level, is now a foot over my head. So I'm going to spend the whole show with my arm raised. We'll see how that goes later in the day. Alright, so that's going to dip behind the trees. We're going to lose it. That is actually landing on runway 8 left. So we are closer to 8 right. The reason we're closer to 8 right today is because we're in the tail end of Sentry Aloha. So we're hoping to get some fighters today. Again, with the fighters, there is no guarantee of fighters, but there's a probability of fighters. So hopefully we'll get some. Yesterday, I believe they went out at about 8:30. So if they keep that same pattern, we got about an hour and a half till they get out here. That was Northern Air Cargo. I'm sorry, Aloha Air Cargo. Coming in from Hilo. It's a 737-300. Next one in here should be another Hawaiian 717 coming in from Maui. It looks like it's about 7 or 8 minutes out. So when the time changed, for all you mainland U.S. people a couple of weeks ago, a lot of these flights, they kept them at the same departure times. They shifted a little bit. A couple of them they completely moved around. Like there's like the Alaska flight, they moved from the morning to the afternoon. That Seattle flight, that 888. But a lot of them just shifted by a little bit. So these planes that we were used to getting right at 7 o'clock, we're going to start getting right about 8 o'clock. Hello, David. Good to see you. We have Jane in the house. Our newest mod is in the house. Hello, Jane. We got a Rainbow Love sighting. So we have, was it 4 mods in the house today? I think we had Josh and Jane and Sydney and Rainbow. And was there an O'Malley sighting earlier? There might have been an O'Malley sighting earlier. Wow, we are packed to the gills. You guys better be on your best behavior. We got all the world's most dangerous mods in the house. I'd like to thank our good friend and Mets fan, Lima Papa 23. Sent 1 reverse ops membership. Thank you very much. Let's go Mets. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There's a plane out there somewhere. There it is. So this here is a Cessna Sky Courier. It's Kamaka Air. These are very popular cargo planes. They're, in fact, UPS here just got a brand new one. I'm sorry, FedEx here got a brand new one. FedEx had been using Cargo Masters. And they just recently got a brand new Sky Courier. Hello, Robbie. Good to see you. Full Metal Dragon. You guys are well this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. So I think what they're doing today over there with the fence is they're redoing the bob wire. And I wonder if they're going to redo the bob wire all the way across. Because, honestly, if you did my fence and the bob wire looked like that, I would complain. So I wonder if they're going to redo the bob wire all the way across. Hopefully the bob wire doesn't get any taller. Because I don't know how much more my arm can stretch up. I have toyed around with the idea of oh, here's a second Kamaka Air. This is the Cargo Master here. No word on if it's a Super Cargo Master, but I know it's a Cargo Master. We're still waiting for our first departure on the reef runway. I did double check we are not standing in front of a closed runway today, so that's good. The only taxiways that are closed today are up at the other end near 8 left. There's a couple taxiways up there that are closed, so it's just a matter of time. I believe it's this United's turn. This United will come down here, it should. Really? Robbie, that's awesome. You can buzz my head. In fact. There we go.
Friendly 3-1, I'll charge you 7-1 or Island 4 right now, get it.
So just a little bit of housekeeping. Today is not a normal show, Wednesday. I had something come up at work tomorrow, so I had to move tomorrow's show to today. So the thing that was supposed to be today at work got moved to tomorrow, so that means the show has to move from tomorrow to today. You following? I hope so, because I got lost. So we can't do a show tomorrow. Have to be in a meeting at 8 o'clock, so it would have been a very, very short show. So we moved it to today so we can keep it at least reasonable normal time. Probably have a hard out of 9:30 today though. And then that's the last show on this schedule. So, or today's the last show on this schedule. So I will have a new schedule out tomorrow. Next week's gonna be weird though. I got some work outside of work time duties, so we have a big project coming up next week, later in the week, and it's going to take up after hours time, so I'm not sure about what the schedule's going to be yet for the actual shows here. Sorry, COVID 2020. I would love to. I love being here on Thursday. Thursday's a really good day for me normally. I love being here on Thursdays. It's just when the boss's boss's boss calls a meeting. Boss. No, it's the boss's 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 boss calls a meeting. You kind of can't say, "Oh, I've got a plane thing I need to do." They don't really like that. No Pop-Tarts today. I try to keep the Pop-Tarts to just a couple times a week. So we usually do them on Saturdays. I'll have something a little healthier today. And I do mean a little healthier. Not healthy. I don't eat real healthy. I eat healthier than I could. So they've done a lot of landscaping over there. If you've spent a lot of time here at the airport or here on the channel, you may have noticed that tower there. About 3 months ago, you could not see the base of the tower. You could only see the white dome. And they have really gone to work over there. They've taken a lot of vegetation out of there. In fact, they've taken so much vegetation out of there, we can actually see, when they bring the 747s around that way, we can actually see a tail shot over there. They've taken out so much vegetation. Well, I think I have a department manager, and then there's a GM, and then the GM's boss is the SVP, and the SVP's boss is the CEO of the company. So the people above the GM aren't technically my boss, but I can't really tell them no either. That's a good question. I looked. So it's a state. The state owns the air. Well, it's a federal. I don't know. It's a federal leased kind of state-owned, state-run airport. So everything they do is supposed to be publicly available. They're supposed to be public disclosure of all projects they do. But I couldn't find anything about that. So either it's tied in with something else that I'm overlooking, or they haven't put it out there. And I couldn't find anything about this fence project either. I looked really hard looking for stuff on the fence project. I couldn't find any paperwork on that. Oh, really, Eham? That's awesome to hear. How far we got on that A380s? It should be getting just on this side of Kauai by now. Oh, no, not quite. just on the other side of the Kauai. So we're getting one of those today. So it's the, if you're new here, it's the flying Honu livery. So there's 3 of them. There's an orange one, a sea green one, and a blue one. The orange one is the one we're getting today. It seems to be a fan favorite. It has a sea turtle livery on it, so they would call them the flying Honu, because Honu is Hawaiian for sea turtle. So they only fly between Narita and here as passenger service. So we're the only airport that gets them. There's 3 of them. Normally they would rotate 2 in a day, every day. They're doing all their maintenance right now. So right now it's the first flight, the one we're going to get, is 7 days a week. The second flight is 3 days a week. So that's Tuesday, Friday, Sunday right now. In June, all the maintenance is supposed to be over, and they're going to go back to 2 a day every day. So got that to look forward to. Martin Baker. Let's cheat and Google that. Did he invent the ejection seat, or is he a baker? Oh. It's either a baker or he invented the injection seat. That's what my Google tells me, David. Ah, okay, so our first chance to check out the actual height of the tripod and see if my calculations were correct in the daytime. Because honestly, when I tested it last night, it was a little dark. So we're going to try it here the first time in the daylight. Ah, yes, there we go. See, apparently they're also a baker, David. Yeah, Robbie, that's good. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. That's why I appreciate certain things that are public knowledge, but I don't want to get anybody in trouble, especially me. Oh, look at that. So let's see. You got a United's going to pop around that corner and be over the barbed wire. Come on. Yes, look at that. Look at that. The United is out of jail. All right. $7,000. Wow. That's a lot of lives saved, I bet. Not everybody, not everyone is successful, so I wonder how many. I wonder what the ratio is. That's pretty dark. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. That's dark. Look at that. We can see the whole plane again. And all it takes is me reaching over my head. So I don't see anything he's waiting on, so should be going soon. Maybe he's waiting on the plane on the parallel runway. There is a 717 leaving on the parallel runway. Oh, there we go. Smoky. Boy, I'm surprised the hippies in California let him land that plane there. Alright, well, not bad with the fence, I think. I think we're gonna survive out here at the reef runway. Then I might have to go up just another inch when I go permanent, because like I said, we're on a tripod today in the back of the truck, which isn't the most convenient way to do it because the tripod takes up a lot of foot space. So moving around it's kind of tough, and it will not fit under the tarp, my sunshade. So we're still got some work to do. Just have some work to do to figure it out, but I think prototype A, I think, is a success. I had a plan to mount the pillar I used to raise the camera kind of offset from the truck a little bit, so it fits outside the sunshade area. But the friggin' company who makes my rack, even though they shipped me the rack, will not ship from Amazon. They will not ship me the cross mid bar to make that happen. So now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. That's one of the pains of living in. Oh, thanks, Eham. That's one of the pains of living in Hawaii. Nobody wants to ship to you. Even places, what drives me nuts are the people, like you order something off eBay and they won't ship it here because it's Hawaii, but it's a small package and they're using flat rate, UPS flat rate. So UPS flat rate goes to every place in the U.S. for the same amount of money. but for some reason they won't ship it to Hawaii. And it's the same with Amazon. Amazon won't ship anything bulky here. They get annoyed. Anything of non-standard size, they will not ship here. So I'm going to have to go through a freight forwarder to get it, and it's going to cost me twice as much money. Yeah, E1 Allen. Yeah, it's probably very similar up there. It might even be worse for you guys up there. We at least now have an Amazon warehouse that they opened up about 9 months ago. So, but you guys have a train. You guys don't they deliver stuff by train to you through Canada? Of course, that might be a little bit of an issue nowadays. This is a FedEx 777. It's currently on the downwind. It looks like it's going the direction, though, where it's going to end up on 8 left. The next one coming in is Sir not appearing on our program because it is not on my flight radar, so I don't know what it is. But it's somewhere here, so we'll take it. Oh, it's Asia Pacific. It's a 757, but it's not on my flight radar. Yeah, it makes no sense to me either, Sydney. And what's annoying is there are places that just flat out refuse to ship here. I would pay the actual shipping cost on this stuff, but they just flat out refuse to do it. And don't get me started on batteries. Jeez. Batteries are even a whole nother mess. They won't ship lithium batteries here. Okay, you got me started on it. They won't ship lithium batteries here. But the dumb thing is, if I bought a camera that had a lithium battery in it, they would ship me the camera with the battery in the box. But if I tried to order a replacement battery for that same camera, they would not ship it to me. And I know you're thinking, Patrick, you're just making stuff up. You're being dramatic. Try finding an address. Use my address. Use my P.O. Box. P.O. Box 37, Pearl City, 96782. Use that P.O. Box and go to Amazon and try to ship stuff to it. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? That sounds really bad. I'm sorry, that sounds really bad. I'm not asking you to ship me stuff. I'm just asking you to do it as a test. They won't ship batteries here. It'll tell you. Usually nowadays it tells you they're out of stock. They're trying to be sneaky and not make people mad. They just tell you it's out of stock. But if you switch the shipping address to a house on the mainland, suddenly it becomes in stock again, which is really annoying. Okay, here's another one of those sky couriers. This apparently is the only passenger sky courier in existence. Oh wait, no, this isn't it. Never mind. This is the other one. This is a cargo sky courier. Never mind. It's the other sky courier from Lanai Air. That's the only one that's a passenger flight. Yeah, that fire truck, that's a good theory, but it doesn't work here. Even the places that bring in batteries, like Battery Bills and some of the big box, like Home Depot has a very small supply of the EcoFlow batteries. Even those guys, they bring them in by boat. And I looked into what it would take for my sister in Texas to mail me a battery. And FedEx wanted to have her to have a business account and take a class on shipping before they would let her ship a EcoFlow battery. I appreciate the offer. I might take you up on that. I did end up buying one through Home Depot where they shipped it in on a boat, so. Yeah, Kelvin, there you go. But the thing is, like, it's all about just using common sense. I mean, if I can ship a laptop here that has a lithium battery in it, why can't I ship a replacement battery for that same laptop? Or a camera. I can buy last time I bought a Sony camera, it came with a battery. I wanted to buy a bigger replacement battery, and nobody would ship it to me. Alright, so the next one coming in is a Hawaiian. It's a 717. It's coming in from Kailua Kona. So that's a quick little flight over here from Kailua. It left at 7:07. It'll be here in about a minute. That's a pretty quick flight. It's right at 30 minutes from Kona. Guess they took the express lane. Okay, so it's somewhere over there it is.
Foxtrot, number 4.
Alright, you're on number 66 Foxtrot.
Your Foxtrot, number 4, that full length, line 37, track 27. Perfect, Foxtrot, line full weight, 4 left, full length.
This is that FedEx triple we saw on the downwind just a minute ago. That private jet we saw is now in the air already. Quick, there we go. This is the one that came right in front of us a minute ago.
Archer, 6 Bravo Hotel, good day.
Our good friend Robbie Wilkins has come in twice with Super Chats. Thank you very much. Says thanks for giving us a wonderful view, sir. I hope that was intentional. I hope that wasn't a mistake, but either way, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your continued support. So we have a $20 and a $10 Super Chat. Thank you very much, Robbie. And I hope things work out with you with the Rainbow Helicopter. That'd be cool.
75 Little Towers, approximately 4 right-hand corner of the Delta, taxi box, full length, bottom floor. Possible floor and Foxtrot floor.
There you go.
Great. Roger, hold the short number, wait for it, cut it back on.
Alright, so the A380 is now just about to pass over Ko'olina. Ko'olina is a resort area on the west coast of the island of Oahu. We also have a 717 coming down this way, heading off to Kailua Kona. Then we have a King Air coming in from Waimea. Really? That's an interesting one. Don't usually get a Waimea to here. That's MUE is the airport code on that. I have to look up why that's MUE.
Tower, helicopter 7158 Sierra at transient parking, ready,
I have our good friend Robert Krober is coming in with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. It's extremely generous of you. Looks like Kathy, Lars, oops, scroll problem, Bob, Adventure Time. Oh, hey, Adventure Time. And Mysterious Lee are all recipients of that, so please join me in thanking Robert. This is that King Air coming in. Oh, that would explain why we don't see this one very much. This is a Medevac flight, so hope that person's doing okay, or at least will be doing okay. And there's the 717 we talked about a second ago. It'll make its way to the reef runway out there. But thanks again, Robert. Flight of 6 F-16s. That'll be, I like the F-16. Okay, so let's go over here. We'll see the 717 not in jail. Should pop its head around that corner any second now. I do see the Super, so we might ignore the 717 if it moves right away. We'll come back to it if it's still here. But I think we're gonna go over and take the Super. I hope you all will agree with that decision, because the Super is right here. Let's do a little super zoom action on it. There we go.
Bravo will be left at Gulf. Contact partner, helicopter 158.
Alright, so the autofocus still wants to pick up that fence a little bit, so we'll have to figure that out. And I said I'm gonna start doing I'm gonna have to start doing exercises with my left arm, because this if I'll be out here for 3 hours with this tripod up that high, oh boy. Hey Josh. Joshua, sorry. Hope you're doing well. I'd like to welcome Karen Lewis back to the 717 level. Thank you very much. You really missed your pog drink, but don't worry, someone will be by with it soon. Thank you very much. See you later, Fritz. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so the next one going out on the reef runway will be Northern Air Cargo. It's heading off to Maui. It's their all white one. All white 737. Then we have the Majuro flight. Looks like it's going to tuck its way down here too. It's United. It's a 737-800. So we'll keep an eye on both those. Let's see if I can. Might be too high to even tap the screen. Yeah, it's definitely too high. Yeah, the camera's so high I can't reach around it to tap the screen to get it to focus. So we're gonna have to figure something out about that. Maybe I can get a stick, a poking stick. Rich, we have we're full right this second, and we have a couple people on the list. So if you want to email me at patrick@reverseops.com, we have a couple people who are waiting. I think we're full right now, but I can add you to the list, and we can contact you if there's a vacancy. That United should be popping its head out from the trees any second now. Oh, I'll take a look at that one, Ken. Yeah, the one I have is a I forget the model number, but it's a Schlatzler tripod, and it goes to about nose high, and then I have a 6-inch extender on top of that. Oh, okay, Keith. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. Hope you're feeling better. Oh, there's the United right here. So this one's heading off to Majuro. You know, I thought about having a platform to stand on to make it a little easier, but the way I have the truck set up, so I have a case on the back that has the encoder and the sound mixer and the computer all mounted in the case. So that way it's easier to pack up and store, and I don't have to deal with a lot of stuff when I get here and when I go. And so if I stand on something, then that stuff becomes too low, and then I got to raise it up, and so I don't know. It's still a work in progress. We're in a beta testing zone right now. Because I do have some, I have some grandiose ideas, but they might be too grandiose. Peter will find out. Scottish Av Geek, if you're asking whether I prefer a 737 or an A320, I think I prefer older 737s. Like the Transair one we get here. I don't want to have this guy's head in the shot the whole time. The older, like the 737-200, I really like those because they look cool, they're super loud. All right, Keith, we'll get on it. Bill, can I get the ones with the fish and the live goldfish in them? And then I have to have my own theme music. Every good plane spotter's got to have his own theme song. So this one is very heavy with fuel, so it's going to go really long before it rotates. Hawaiian 10 is heading off this way. That's heading off to LA with the extra X. It's crossing Juliet right, it's crossing 8 left on Juliet right now. Whoops, sorry about that. Yesterday it was a 330. Oh, it's a 330 again today. They had been using the Dreamliner for that. And then Hawaiian 6 is right behind it. Hawaiian 6 is going off to Vegas. So we will see the old and the new right next to each other here in just a second. You'll get a good shot of the difference in the livery. So the Vegas flight, the second one, has the older Hawaiian livery. It's the last one of the bunch. They have painted them all except for that one. JB, not yet. Haven't missed anything yet. We missed a couple of heavies, but other than that.
50, runway 4 left at Delta, serve for takeoff.
Delta, clear for takeoff, heading 150 on Sunday, Delta 20.
Honolulu Tower, come on 21 with you, short of altitude. Ball 21, heavy Honolulu Tower, runway 8 right, taxi via Alpha, hold short, runway, correction, taxi via Alpha, Juliet, hold short, runway 8 left. Alright, Cabal 21, Alpha, Juliet, hold short, 8 left. We would like to be in sequence after the fighters time flight, 51 through 56, in addition to our Cabal 22 formation clear. Cabal 21, heavy, roger, hold short, runway 8 left at Juliet. 8 left at Juliet, Cabal 21. Cabal 21, heavy, hold short, runway 8 left. And then that was a hold short, 8 left at Juliet, Cabal 21.
So this here is the newer livery. See how it has the silver Miley lay around the fuselage, more crisp font on the front, and definitely way more darker purple in the tail. And then if we look at this one here, has a little bit of a bolder font, no Miley lay around the fuselage, and then a more light purple in the tail. Small changes, but the new one definitely does look better, in my opinion. So this is the last of the ones they have that have this livery. There was a 717 with this livery. It was N457HA had this livery up until about 2 months ago when they sent it off to Alabama. They sent it off to Alabama to get repainted. Keeps catching on that corner of the fence for some reason. When the 717 came back from being painted, it actually had the wrong name on the plane. The Hawaiian names. Yeah, only shortly left. Yeah, they're sequencing them up so they get Cabal after them right now, after the fighters. There are a lot of little dots heading this way. Lots of little dots heading this way.
065, so right on Delta to contact ground. Right on Delta and over to ground for 13265. 5, stay on runway 4 right to contact ground. Track will be a flight of 6 F-15s departing right, diverging off to the right side, following service type departure.
We'll be looking at the departure.
Winds are calm, runway 8 right, takeoff, keep the pressure.
Runway 134, Visual 8 left.
134 Hong Power, continue traffic. The vehicle on the runway should be a good near short.
Okay, that was a little awkward with the new tripod setup, but I think we got them all. So my flight radar is frozen again, so I don't know where any of these planes are going, but I'm gonna guess that one's going to Maui.
11 cleared to land, Hawaiian, 8 cleared.
Thank you very much, Rainbow Love. Rainbow Love, our triple threat mod, has gifted 1 reverse ops membership. Looks like Andrew is the recipient of that, so please join me in thanking Rainbow Love for not only this, but for everything she does for the channel. Thank you.
Southward 2022, new heading 130 on the departure, wind 1105, runway right, clear for takeoff. 166, runway right, line of plate, contact takeoff. Right, land of the Center 5, 0 minutes, contact ground. Right after the 166, runway right, clear. Right, clear to takeoff. Southwest 2022, time departure, heading.
Alright, that Southwest was heading off to San Diego. The Southwest in front of it is heading off to Maui. And the Hawaiian in front of it was heading off to Lehue. This Hawaiian here that we're about to see is heading off to Maui. Oops, too far. There we go. Oh, you got a new bench, huh? Yeah. We should all go in and buy one of those catering trucks that have the scissor lift. And we'll just park it over there. We'll all sit there, have a couch in the back.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
See me a spot.
There's a car dealership over on Vineyard, kind of in town, that has one for sale. An old Delta one. It looks like the termites are holding the rust together though. That United there, the pencil was heading off to LA with the extra X. The next one out of here is a Hawaiian heading off to Hilo, and then we have a Delta behind it heading off to LA with the extra X. We also have an Atlas Air lit up on the Hickam ramp that's heading off to Anderson. Oh, thanks, Eham. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Ian. Oh, I missed it. O'Malley's cat is wandering around. Every time I go over there, he peeks his head, he goes behind a car. O'Malley, your cat's here. Pretty much, Al, pretty much all the plane spotters feel the same way about it as I do. They think it's a colossal waste of money and it just gets in the way of everything. But nobody asked us. The plane spotters who don't have, what they're going to end up having is a lot of people on ladders. Like some of the bases in the UK, you get like 20 guys standing on 8-foot ladders. And that's what's going to end up here, is all the people are going to start bringing ladders to see over the fence. That 747 is heading off down here. Yeah, Scottish Av Geek. I've seen Jerry's setup in person when I was in the UK last time. It's not a setup for me. It works really well for him, but it doesn't work. It wouldn't work that well for me. I like the pickup truck because I have everything. I can mount it all to the rack of the pickup truck, and I have to take minimal stuff down when I break down. So when I break down, usually it takes me about 7 minutes, and I go from saying goodbye to driving off in about 7 minutes. If I had Jerry's setup, I would have to take everything off the top of the van, take the scaffolding off because I couldn't drive with anything as tall as him to most of the places, and I definitely couldn't fit it in my garage. So it would take longer to set up and longer to break down, but you know, you never know what the future holds. I'd really like to have one of those trucks they use to deliver the food to the planes, where the whole back end's on a scissor lift, but that's one of those things where I would have no place to park it, and they probably wouldn't like it if I drove that into this parking lot. It would take up about 9 spaces. So I think if the fences stay right here, I'll be okay. I think if the fences stay at this height, I think I'll be okay. I think the show will be okay. Like I said, I might have to go up another inch or two. There's still the option to get a PTZ camera if I have to go up any higher. Of course, I don't know about running the whole show off a PTZ camera. It seems kind of takes the human nature out of it a little bit, I think. But I'll have to do what I have to do. Yeah, there you go, Scottish Abgy. Put a refrigerator in the back and a couch in there, a little TV. Because I could get a full size truck and, you know, be probably a foot higher than I am right now and use that, but I like streaming out of this little truck and I enjoy it. Oh, thanks, Treeline. My name is Patrick. I'm really bad about self-promotion and letting people know who I am. I know there's a lot of new people who tune in every week, and I'm really bad about that, and I apologize, but my name is Patrick. It's good to meet you. Hello, Kurt. Good to see you. Alright, so that Southwest there was off to San Jose. The one behind it that we're about to see is heading off to Vegas. And then we'll have the 747. Is it Felix? P-A-T-E-L-I-X. Matter of fact, what I stream out of is, well, I'll tell you after the 747. I'll tell you after the 747. So the type of truck I stream out of is called a K truck, K-E-I. It's a Japanese domestic model imported here. So it's a tiny little truck. It's about 3/4 size of a regular car. It's really tiny, but it's awesome. I love it. I'll post a picture on the Discord channel maybe later today. But the same company who makes the truck I have does make a scissor lift bed version where the scissor lift bed goes up about 5 feet. And that would be awesome. But it's all about money. And I hate bringing everything back to money, but you know, it's all about, you know, you try to do with what you can if you can't before spending money, because it's, you know, just throwing a money out there to get a new truck would be a lot of money. So trying to figure out the best solution with what I have on hand before I go spending a ton of money. Bullet 850, I hope it doesn't fall over. It does move a lot in the wind. A couple of shows ago, we were parked closer to it, and it was very windy, and it was just rocking back and forth. I don't think I'm, I think I'm far enough away if it does fall over, it's not going to land on me. But thank you very much for the $2 super chat, I really appreciate it. Oh, we got a wedge tail today too. Wow. We got a little bit of everything. Alright, so we have everything. I need a drink of water. This is a little toasty out here. So I'm gonna step off the truck for half a second. Get a drink of water, find my hat. My hat is a necessity right about now. And I will be right back. Please talk amongst yourselves. Wedge tail. This is a Hawaiian 321. I believe it's going off to, should be going off to Seattle. We'll find out as soon as flight radar catches up with itself.
Six one heavy, Honolulu Tower, runway right, taxi, Alpha, GPS, hold to the runway left.
Alright, Hoku is crossing 8 left right now. And the E7 just got its clearance. Oh, thanks, Ehem. We had a Canadian plane come through here, leave yesterday, right after the show. We had, I was literally about to step into the truck to leave, and I heard a sound over my, shoulder. I turned around, and there was a Lockheed CP-140, which is a P3 kind of thing, but it was a Royal Canadian Air Force plane leaving. I scrambled and got a video of it. I posted it on the YouTube channel. Right now it's a members only video, but it'll go public tomorrow if you want to take a look at that. But any of the channel members can go look at it right now. A little short video, just a couple minutes long.
Tower 1285, Honu Tower, lane left for the land, hold to the runway 4 left for 97 knots. Southwest 2057, what's the number? Echo 4. Southwest 2057, turn left on 8, contact down. 8, call down. Southwest 2085, Honu Tower, lane left for the land, hold to the runway 4 left. Yeah, so it's 1285, I'm visual again. 1285 on the tower and left clear to land, hold short of runway 4 left to 9 turn back, pump on approach runway. 8 left clear to land, hold short 4 left. For 910, hold tower runway 4 right clear to land, 737, team off on approach runway, we'll hold for the gear intersection.
All right, we got a lot of stuff coming out. Holy cow. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Sorry about that. Staring at the screen. Not this screen. Yeah, there you go. That's the problem with being a one-man band. Sometimes you get stuck staring at the wrong screen. I've never seen them land here, but we do get them. We do get them in the area. Fort Shafter's right behind us, so occasionally we'll get some Blackhawks land there. We did have a Chinook go overhead a couple shows ago. We've seen some Ospreys from here. They have Ospreys over at the Marine base, so we've seen them come overhead a couple times. But I don't remember the last time or even if I've seen a military chopper land here. Maybe because even when Obama and Trump came here, they didn't go anywhere via helicopter that I remember. They went by big long car parade. 9:15, okay. Thanks, Kirsten. I think my tablet's just giving up. Internet just seems to stop all the time. And then it just pops up out of nowhere. Alright, so the next one coming in is a Southwest. It's coming in from Kailua Kona. Wow, this could be a very banner day here. Too far. Too far. There it is.
with 2032 off the runway, contact ground control 121.9 with your gate.
So they've started over here, tearing down this part of the fence over here. So that, who knows how far they're gonna go. So that's that perimeter fence goes way up the wall, way up the side. And we just keep going till the whole thing's 8 feet. Robbie Wilkins is back again with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Robbie. Says the Reverse Ops Air Show. We need a few hang 10s. That's what we need. We need the 22s come out and do a few hang 10s. We've gotten lucky this week a little bit. We've had the F-15s and the 22s do hang 10s, so that's been fun. The C-40 Clipper also lit up on the ramp right next to that KC-130. Alright, Mai Tai 11, taxi 8 right via Juliet. That's the sound I love to hear. Thanks again, Robbie. It's really weird with the it's really weird with the camera being up higher now. It's, you know, it's a foot over my head. So the camera used to be right about eye level. So whatever I was looking at, I could pretty much guarantee I could see it in the camera. But now, things are at a different angle. It's weird, like if I go over here, so that taxiway there, from where I'm looking at, that taxiway is completely behind that little roof there. So I can't see it. It's weird. Angles are crazy, man. It's all crazy. It's all crazy angles and stuff. Oh, so the guy on the left, Brandon, he's actually not, he's the security guard. So he gets paid to sit there and make sure nobody runs by the open fence. So what I don't understand, why is he looking directly at the fence? Why wouldn't he be looking near the fence looking away? But I don't want to criticize, it's not my job. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. I'd sure hate for him to come to my job and criticize me, so I'm not going to criticize him too much. It looks like both that KC-130 and the C-40 Clipper are both headed this direction. This is the DHL Singapore co-branded 777. Alright, so we have two F-22s at the end of the runway. They just got their approval to depart.
Honolulu Tower, runway right, taxi via Juliet. Singapore 7.39 heavy, turn left on hotel, turn left on hotel, then contact ground. Hotel, and contact ground, Singapore,
I see at least 4 F-15s, including the Sandman one. There's more 22s coming. I just heard them over the ATC. And then we should have both of those Yeah, we got a lot of dots coming this way. Lots of dots coming this way. Oh, really? Thanks, Robbie. Tried to get a little too cocky on that last one and I lost it. All I see is fighters coming. That's all I see. There's two more at the end of the runway. There's another one on the taxiway. I believe there's another one behind the bench, behind the shed. So we got more fighters coming. I believe we have the F-16s coming as well. I thought I heard them telling someone to follow the F-16s.
55, turn left on Sierra, contact ground. Alright, let's take Sierra over to ground, Hawaiian 1, taking that. Make sure your transponder about 2353. 37-1, thank you. You have 737 inside off of the departure end. 37-1, roger. Maintain business break with the traffic. Keep off your left. Underneath climb in 16,000 is approved. Clear to keep up with 1507. Change departure and lay right. Cover takeoff. Correct. Take your 80. Fighter departing behind you. Has you sight diverging off your right. Climb departure. What's your departure? The subject area. Remember, directly uniform and lay right line to lake. Papa Foxtrot kind of departure. Traffic will be following you off on RB12.
Okay, departure, Papa Foxtrot.
Remember, Foxtrot Charlie, you have the staying up wind in sight. Negative. It's Foxtrot Charlie, see what
Tripod slipped.
Alright, clear land there.
Oh. I feel like my left arm's gonna fall off. So Bullet 850, welcome back to the 717 Inner Island Traveler level. It says new member there, but I can tell you've been a member before, so thank you very much for coming back to the POG life. We have a 717 about to depart just for you.
Sorry about that, runway left turn to land. Caravan 90 cross runway, we'll hold short of you next. Hey, copy that. Clear to land ROE, then 540.
It is heading off to Kailua Kona. As soon as it starts to move, we'll get over there and grab it. But thank you very much. Welcome back. Alright, so we have a Sydney-bound 747 heading over this direction. So by the time it gets here, we might be getting close to the end of the show. It's almost 9:15 now. We have a soft out of 9:30, a very hard out of 9:45. So we do have two C-17s lit up. Hopefully they make it out here pretty quick. It is very hot today. The UV index has got to be... There's no way that's right. It's telling me the UV index is 1. Our good friend Marcy M is back. The $20 super chat. Good morning. How are you? For a great stream of my Air Force planes. My favorite base I was stationed at. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I was able to provide it for you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for the super chat. Sounds like you definitely need to come back and pay a visit. We also have that Atlas we saw come in earlier has lit up. It's heading off to Guam, so we might get back-to-back Queen departures here in a few minutes. If not back-to-back, at least back to very close to back.
Heavy Alpha crossing left taxi runway right via Juliet. Alpha Juliet, taking right 112.
I don't know what.
3 Honolulu Tower, runway 8 right taxi via Alpha.
I just heard flight of 3 taxi via Alpha, so I think that's the 16s coming out.
Honolulu Tower, Cabal 3132, holding short of Alpha, taxi in sequence 9 flight.
Yeah, I think that's the 16s coming out.
Cabal 31 Heavy, Honolulu Tower, runway 8.
The tower does, yeah. So ATC, the tower and the ground, I think, both do both. Clearance delivery, I think everybody does. I think they do both. I think clearance delivery does too. I don't listen to clearance delivery because it's just too much chatter and reading off flight plans. But I believe they do everything. There is a tower with ATC over on Hickam. They have their own channel. Every time I listen to that, it's just people requesting iced. What's going on? Oh, thanks, Kathy. Some bit of rain clouds up behind us. Oh, there's me. Hello, everybody. There's my new tripod, way up over my head. See how far that is over my head? Look at that. Look how far it is over my head. Isn't that crazy? This is why my arm is up here all the time now. My arm is like right here. So we'll get a more permanent solution. Oh, there's Corey. Corey Chung. He's in our chat a lot. That's him there. Alright, so I see one of the C-17s now. It is taxiing down Juliet by the water over here. There it is. So that'll be heading over here in a second, so we'll just wait for it over here. While we're waiting for that 17, I'd like to welcome Mark Morgan back to the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level. Thanks for rejoining, Mark. It says new member there, but it's a typo in the chat program for some reason. But welcome back. Craving that POG juice, huh? Some will be by with it soon. Thank you for being part of the Reverse Ops Ohana.
Got it, contact ground today. Let's see, something around the bad ass and asshole. Our last 850 on the 18. On 650, Honu Tower, lake left to the land, hold short of runway 4 left for 717. Send off on a focus number. They're landing at short 4 left.
So I know we got a lot of new people in the house today. Welcome. I'm really bad about self-promotion and saying who I am, so I do apologize for that. But my name is Patrick. The channel's Reverse Ops. We're an aviation and fence building channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. That's where we're at right now. It's named after the late senator from the state and territory of Hawaii. It's located 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu on the south shore of the island of Oahu. Somewhere on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, about 6 hours from anywhere. So welcome. Glad you could find us. The reason we get so much military activity here, along with cargo planes like this 747 that's about to come around the corner, and passenger stuff, is not only does the airport use the runway here, the neighbors, Hickam Air Force Base, use the runways as well. So that's why we get a lot of military action. Hickam Air Force Base is part of Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam. Pearl Harbor is made famous by the Ben Affleck movie, so nothing else exciting ever happened there.
Mach 145 runway 4 left to Delta, clear for takeoff, traffic 2 miles Honolulu.
Clear for takeoff for left at Delta, Lima 145.
If you're having a good time, I would appreciate it if you could hit that like button. It really does help the channel. If you'd like to visit us again, hit that subscribe, make it a little easier to find us next time. If you're interested in helping out the channel financially to keep us doing what we're doing, you can join. We got several membership levels available. You can hit that Reverse Ops shop, pick up some aviation inspired, Pop-Tart inspired clothing. Also a PayPal link somewhere in the description. Alright, so we got a lot of things happening. We got the 717 coming in here. We have that that Queen we were just looking at about to leave, and right behind the Queen, I'm gonna get a shot of this. This is a good looking shot. Look at this. Right behind the Queen we got 3 F-16s. So where else are you going to see that but Honolulu? Almost nowhere. So these are more F-16s. We had a bunch of these leave about an hour ago, I guess. And then we'll have a couple of tankers behind them. I see two tankers behind them. They both appear. No, one's looks like a KC-46 and a KC-130 behind them. Oops. Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank you, Robbie. Robbie Wilkins is coming again with a $10 super chat. Man, thank you very much. You're very generous today, and as always, every time you show up, you're very generous. Thank you very much. You really do a lot to help this channel.
Helicopter along the shoreline, bear indicate that case departure runway 8 right, 6 knots. Depot 20 hold. They're not indicate that motorway runway 4 left at Delta 6 knots.
Super takeoff, 90 Quebec, thank you, 4 left. 4 left, 90 Quebec.
Wall 31 heavy flight runway 8 right, line up the wing. Also wrong flight, last point 8 right. The tower receive a TV 1 main station for Wall 31 flight. Wall 31 heavy flight runway. left clear for that ultra for that final 164. 120, the other two tankers inside.
Jumping inside for a cut.
26 off 6 already, Delta 6 on the ground. It's open, Delta 6 on the ground. 120 tankers inside, 30 on the
Get in the shot. Alright, whoa. Give my arm a break for a second with these 717s going much slower. So the next two out are both 717s. One's going off to Lehue. Are they both going off to Lehue? They're both going off to Lehue. Look at that. Interesting. Yeah, they're both going off to Lehue. We have another C-40. Oh, that one came back. That C-40 that left here just returned here. That was a nice quick flight. 22-minute flight. Alright, so I hope I didn't miss anything in the chat. I was a little busy there. Take care, Robert. We'll see you later. So that Atlas has started to move, so hopefully I can get over here in the next 10 minutes. Very heat hazy early today. Alright, so we got about another 10 minutes. hopefully that Atlas will get over here quick. There's a couple of things in front of it. We also have another UPS Queen heading over this way. It's coming from the other side though, so maybe we will get the back-to-back Queen departures. Hello.
Sorry, I won't stay.
No, you're fine.
I just have to get some.
No, you're fine. Let's see. Okay. We have a Delta coming in, followed by another ANA. The ANA today, second ANA today is a Dreamliner. It's coming in from the other side of Tokyo. So, and then we have a FedEx coming in on our side. So we'll try to balance those out and see what we can get to make it the most interesting. Oh, we have another tanker that snuck out of here and I wasn't paying attention. Let's see, so we're going to skip the FedEx. We'll go to the tanker. The problem with, I don't know if it's this angle. Maybe it's the angle I'm at now. I'm not used to being this far back in the parking lot. The gray of these military planes really blends in with the trees and stuff on the other side of Taxiway Juliet, on the other side of the harbor over there. So maybe that's why I'm missing them. Either that or I'm just not paying attention. It's probably a little from column A, a little from column B. Bye. Take care. I'm live streaming the departures and arrivals. Yeah, no, it's okay. Have a good day. Oh, our good friend Vince S. is hitting a year. Wow. Wow. A year? That can't be. It's blows my mind that it was a year ago that we were on the other end. Where is that ANA? There it is. We were at the other end up at Lagoon Mackay up there. The end of 8 left when Vince stopped by the truck and brought me cream puffs, and I made such a mess. I had them all over my face. It was awesome. But thanks for that, and thanks for being a member for a year. That's crazy.
1 heavy traffic, 12 o'clock, 1 mile southbound, indicate 600 traffic, 1 o'clock, 2 miles northbound, opposite Cape 4 o'clock,
Alright, so the next one in on that side is going to be a Qantas Dreamliner. I noticed Walt got the Yam Dreaming last night. So it was in Dallas last night. So they sent us the normal one. So we'll see if we can get that over here somewhere. Still a little far out. It's over here somewhere. That one you saw in the bottom left of the screen is a 717 going out. It is the Moana 2 livery on that 717, so we'll get that one as well. Oh, I see the Dreamliner now. You might be able to see it in that shot right there. It's okay, which cloud are you in? You are right over Makakilo. Right over Makakilo, up, there you go. Look at that, there it is. A little super zoom action in here. We're going to follow the Qantas here until the Moana 2 717 starts to move. Oops. Trying to keep one eye on the 717 and one eye on the Qantas.
Hold short, runway 8 left. Hold short, 8 left, 3 Foxtrot. 3 Foxtrot, thank you. You can make a 180 on the runway and then exit the person. 180 on the runway and the exit on the person. 3 Foxtrot, right?
Oh.
It's a crazy setup, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
It was a good day. Oh, we got the uncle over here yelling at somebody. He's very mad about something.
Heavy turn left at 0 and then kind of down.
Alright, so we might get back-to-back queens here because it doesn't look like anything else is going to get in the between them. Maybe there's a C-37 taxiing as well, so maybe it'll get between them, but it looks like we're going to have back-to-back queen departures. The next one coming out here is Atlas Air. It's heading off to Guam. It's a 400. And the one behind it is a UPS 800. So while those taxi out here, I'm going to give my arm a rest. Holy cow. It's not that it's like heavy, like the tripod, the moving the camera is not heavy. It's just at a weird, it's just at a different angle.
35 heavy on tower, runway 8 left, clear to land, hold short, runway 4 left, landing style.
Good thing I'm not left-handed. Ooh, almost, Robbie. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're gonna wait for these queens. We're gonna wait for these queens, and then we're gonna go to work. So I am technically violating my drop dead time right now. So technically we are in overtime. But if I left and there's 2 queens on the taxiway, that wouldn't be very nice. Yeah, because it looks like we're gonna get back-to-back queen departures. So with all the other stuff we've had, 3 different types of fighters today. Not many places you can see 3 different types of fighters depart in the morning, along with, what are we up to now? 4 queens? It's 4 queens. That's a good poker hand. So, if that's not worth a subscribe, I don't know what is. Or even a like if you're already subscribed. Exactly, Brandon. I would cry too. So I said a lot of stuff about how you can help the channel. And I meant all of it because it's all important information. But I know you probably didn't have a pen ready. You probably can't remember what I said. You don't want to rewind. So I made it really easy for you to remember all that information.
This guy must think I'm skinny.
Ah.
So closely parked.
Did you? He just wedged himself in there between him and the other guy who was badly parked.
So I must have got complimented.
Yeah, take it that way. All right, we'll see you next time. So I said a lot of stuff about how you can help the channel. The easiest way to do it is to... Oh, it's rolling already. I can't even... I'll show that again. All right. Rolling already, Mr. Queen. Mrs. Queen.
Turn right on runway 4 right and then taxi down the runway to Echo. Here, 60 Victor Papa.
Alright, so if you go to reverseops.com/findme, you can find all the information I said earlier about how to support the channel, how to find my social medias, basically how to stalk me, all in one place. reverseops.com/findme. Any help you can give, whether it's joining, PayPal, buying something from the shop, or even just being here, liking the stream and sitting through the ads, because that really does help too, because the ads are what pay for the internet to bring this to you. So thanks everyone for doing that. A little fluff in the wings, you see that? The other queen is right at the end of the runway, about to turn onto it. I guess the end of the taxiway, right, about to turn onto the runway.
Wind 150 at 7.
So again, a reminder: there's no show tomorrow. I had it scheduled for tomorrow, but I had to move it to today. And boy, am I glad we moved it to today. Boy, if I would have heard all those planes leaving over. Oh, this is what I need right here. I need this guy's truck. Look at this thing. Look at that thing in the back. Yeah, that's what I need right there. Need to find out where he bought that. Anybody got a good supplier on one of those things that'll fit in a K-truck? So we're gonna, okay, let's go back over here. But thanks everyone, it's been a good day. Let's turn off that. Get the Queen.
Extend my downwind, you'll call my base, 065.
77 heavy Holland Tower, cross runway 484 left at Delta. Cross runway 4 right and 4 left at Delta. 77 heavy.
Alright. Thanks everyone. It's been a banner day. There was all kinds of stuff today. I'm so glad I was able to change that, as I would have missed all those F-16s and I would have been bummed. And all the Queens and everything. It was a good day. So this, like I said yesterday, this video was compiled on Saturday for Saturday show. If you see your name, if you don't see your name on the list and you think it should be there, I'm gonna redo this for Saturday's show. So it'll be updated for Saturday. But I definitely want to thank all my channel members. You guys really, really do keep this thing moving. Keep me happy, keep me healthy, keep me insane from going insane. Thanks all for being here for every show. I really appreciate it. So I can't see my chat window right now, so I'm hoping it's all positive things in the chat window. There's a big glare on it. I can't see anything. But again, no show tomorrow. We'll be back on Saturday. Next week's going to be a little weird, so make sure you check the schedule out. It'll be on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. I'd like to thank my reverse ops mods, Kirsten, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Sydney, Brad, Josh, and O'Malley, and our newest mod, Jane Chu, which I'll have her name on that list on Saturday. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really got to get out of here now. We're about 10 minutes past my stop time, so I'm a little late. And I got more stuff to pack up today, so with the extra setup. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Alright, pink and wavy hands to everybody. I had a really good time today. What do you say we try it again sometime? Until then, aloha.